You're listening to The Rod Ryan Show on 94.5 The Buzz.
Okay. So yesterday, if you want to check out pictures, we have pictures under links and guests today. We were doing a little go-karting. Travis Pastrana, Chad Kagi in studio. Travis, when I do stuff with my listeners, I like to let them win so that they feel good and they can go back and tell their friends that they beat Rod Ryan.
I sincerely appreciate.
You didn't do that. Travis won yesterday. Lapped me a couple times.
I was your guest. You let me win. I sincerely appreciate. You didn't have to let everyone else beat you as well. That was good though.
Did you have to kill everybody though? You destroyed everybody out there go-karting.
I don't know. I spun this older man into the wall, and I kind of felt bad, but he had the fastest time of the night, so I was kind of wanted to get up there.
Yeah, his name's Elliot. It's our boss. Thanks. He'll appreciate that.
That was this old man that I really felt bad for.
All right. So we got NitroCircus.com. We got Nitro Circus coming to town. Travis, what are you most... You tell me what you're most known for. What do people remember when they come up to you and they see you on the street? They're like, you're the guy, fill in the blank.
That crashed really hard at this local place. Yeah, no, actually, I've made a living from basically trying to do stuff that's never been done in action sports, mostly on motorcycle stuff, but most people either know the double backflip at X Games or jumping out of a plane without a parachute.
Okay, I was going to say the double backflip because a couple of guys brought some cool posters and it was time-lapse photograph of him doing the double backflip, X Games. We've got the very famous footage. We have it under links and guests today. The thing that my favorite part about it is your reaction afterwards. We all could share in your excitement of hitting that double backflip. I mean, you looked ecstatic. That's how guys look at their child when it's born. You did the double backflip and you pulled it off. X Games, no less, and on the biggest stage in the world.
No, X Games is it was awesome because, as an action sports athlete, or whatever you call us, we're in the woods with two other guys. You build your own ramps, you work on your own stuff, and maybe, you have 3 or 4 people kind of celebrate it with you. Well, that event, my grandma was watching, all my family, extended cousins I didn't even know I had were calling, and, it was just awesome to do it on a stage where every single person in the stadium was silent, and when I landed, everyone stood up and they were just cheering for 15 minutes.
You slammed your motorcycle down, and just the excitement on you, and your helmet comes off. You could just tell, oh my God, I just did something that nobody has done before.
Well, that and I was alive was actually the real
okay, fair enough.
I'm alive.
Well, and I was going to say, the other thing is that damn video, and if you've never seen it, again, links and guests, we've got Travis Pastrana, just lounging, shirtless, because that's what I do. When I jump out of airplanes, usually I'm lounging around shirtless, right? And then you got Red Bull, of course, big sponsor.
Product test.
He kind of Point Break style, jumps out of the plane with nothing. And I don't know if it's the no shirt, because he's all shredded and ripped up.
Johnny Utah did it. How hard could it be?
So he jumps out of the plane with no backpack, and do people accuse you of trick photography on this at all? Because the fact that he's not wearing a shirt shows that he's not wearing a pack. Right. He jumps out of this plane, and they film the whole thing, and then he hooks up with one of the guys, and then obviously everything works out. He's here talking to us, but is anybody... I was going to say, is there any, because we didn't know if Michael Jackson was really doing the moonwalk. It was kind of mirrors and stuff.
Well, everything now is very, very difficult to... everyone thinks everything is fake. Right. And Johnny Knoxville the smartest thing he ever told me was don't fake anything. Because if you fake one thing, everything's in question.
Yeah, true. So... do you get scared doing these things anymore?
Well, if you don't get scared, you should probably quit, because that fear is what keeps you alive. And it kind of slows down time. Like when you were go-karting yesterday and you were heading for the wall, everything just slowed down.
Several times.
T-Bone over here helped you out.
Yeah, a couple of times. Chad, I don't think you're free of knocking me into the wall a couple of times, too.
Good job, guys. I'll high-five you both.
Chad, you're on the tour? Nitro Circus tour?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, BMX?
Yeah.
How long have you been riding?
I've been riding my entire life.
Okay. Now... do you go for the danger as well? I mean,
typically...
The crazy stunts?
We all have the same mentality.
Because stuff's getting nuttier and nuttier.
Yeah, when we start pushing each other. 4 years ago, the tricks we were doing at the end of the show as our grand finale are now what we start with. So we warm up with that.
It is amazing to think. Now, are we right in saying, is Carey Hart, did he do the first backflip?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's Pink's husband.
Right.
So everybody was blown away. Then this guy's got to come in and do 2. We've got some pictures, and I know you're involved. Who just did 3 backflips?
Josh Sheehan, man.
What the hell is... dude, 3 backflips
3
on a motorcycle.
It's bigger than you can even imagine. When you see it on video, it just doesn't do it justice. The takeoff was 37 feet tall. He hit it at 60 miles an hour with a 250-pound motorcycle and was in the air for almost 5 seconds. He went 93 feet above ground level.
And he 3 flips in the air.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Okay, is Evel Knievel ground zero?
Well, that's why everyone goes, oh, the single flip was huge. Now the double flip, oh man, and the single flip's not as much anymore. Or the triple flip, the double flip's not as much.
Right.
But it's always, Evel Knievel did it on a Harley.
Yeah.
This man jumped wedge ramps that weren't designed to be jumped.
Harleys,
no suspension.
Harleys and Triumphs, and I'm telling you, I'm like the world's authority on Evel Knievel. He sat there several times looking at the ramp. Even when he's sitting in the damn rocket cycle, he knew he wasn't going to make it. Did you ever have that feeling? Like, you're like, okay, it's way too late to turn away now. I mean, I kind of got to go through it. You guys do a lot more training than he did and everything, so, I mean, I know he didn't have foam pits and all of that to jump into.
Actually, if you open your mouth and say you're going to do something just like Evel Knievel, you have to follow through.
Yeah.
One of the worst things you could ever do is open your mouth and say you have an idea in front of Travis. Because he will make it possible for you to at least attempt what you thought.
My dad, one thing he always said, starting from a bridge when he threw me off when I was like 3 years old, I was like, I want to jump that bridge. I got to the top, I was like, I don't want to, you. And ever since, that's been my biggest crashes in life, have been, hey, I'm going to do this really cool thing, and then everyone, the cameras are on, and now it's really careful what you ask for, because a lot of stuff with these sponsors and Nitro Circus and everything,
Possible.
they help you make your worst nightmares come true.
We've got Chad Kagi, NitroCircus.com. We got Travis Pastrana. We were talking a little bit yesterday because I talked about my back surgery. And I'm like, God, I mean, I'm still hobbling around from my back surgery in October. And then I said, everybody always thought growing up, oh my God, Evel Knievel broke every bone in his body. He didn't. But the dude did break a lot, though. And then we started going through the rap sheet, and it's funny to hear these guys talk. Yeah, pin here, pin there. Yes, this, stitches here, back of the neck. They're all stitched up. These guys have been, how many surgeries, Chad?
15 for me with 26 pieces of metal.
Okay.
Oh, he's got more metal. That's not fair. I got 32 surgeries, though.
32 surgeries.
Have you lost track of your broken bones?
Yeah.
But it gets so difficult because, okay, so say my ankle, for instance. I had 40 fractures over 7 bones, but it's kind of like just one area. So is it one injury, or is it 7, or is it 40?
40. Chicks like the bigger number. Chicks
Or
like
is
bigger
it just
numbers.
progress?
Or
Or is it just progress?
How many, Travis, how many motorcycles do you think you've been through in your life? Because I've seen you jump over a cliff. That motorcycle is not surviving that when you're not...
Yeah, but it was like a $200 motorcycle. It barely made it to the cliff.
How many motorcycles? Can you even... Okay, so enough about the bones. How many motorcycles do you think you've trashed?
I probably have 40 motorcycles at my house.
Okay.
So, and most of them still kind of run.
Kind of.
Chad's been over there. The problem is you can't just have one tool. Like, when your friends come over, they come over after work and you're just waiting there like, come on, get off work, so you can have someone to, hang out with.
Right.
Rod, you would buy one mini bike to go in the backyard and ride around. His backyard has an entire motocross track, and his friends stop by. They're not all going to bring their own motorcycle by, so he's got 10 of those.
Oh, it's not a BYOB.
No, yeah.
No, they bring their own of that.
Use all of Travis's stuff.
Different B.
Oh,
So I'm assuming that you're in Maryland, right?
yeah.
Okay, it's a compound.
Pretty well, it's my house, but yeah, we got 20 acres. The next door neighbor has 20 acres. The next door neighbor has 20 acres. We all ride.
That's a compound.
Okay, yeah. That's all right.
Compound. Are
Community.
you kidding me? What do you drive on a regular basis? What kind of? I mean, I know you got a couple of cars over there.
Honestly, mostly we just drive the beater cars, so we can go thrash them and jump them and roll them over, and then when they stop working, we put like a, I don't know, propane tank or something, so we blow them up.
Naturally.
But how far did you jump that? Was it a Subaru?
Dude, honestly, the Subaru, that's my street car now, Subaru STI. So,
Okay,
yeah.
how far did you jump that Subaru?
269 feet.
You ever seen that jump?
I have, yes.
You'll poop your pants. I mean, have you ever just crapped yourself?
Well, funny you should mention that. 'Cause,
Yes! Now we're getting to the good stuff.
Okay,
Just
finally.
had that story yesterday.
Well, what had happened was, I was at X Games,
Okay.
and I landed poorly when I had the 40 broken bones.
Yeah.
And I had actually crapped myself, but I forgot about it. So then later, this guy to the right of me, so I'm in the hospital, just got my pain meds, completely forgot about, everything else that had happened.
Sure.
Anyway. So then Chad comes in with a broken femur, and the doctor doesn't know it's broken, so he goes to pick Chad's leg up. Chad's leg goes into, you can tell the story, man.
Oh, it was a good time. No pain pills. It was broken in half. Doctor lifted my heel and folded my leg in half. Right when it was broken.
Oh!
So at that particular moment, I started screaming that I was going to kill killed a doctor and ripped his throat out and proceed to start crying.
So I'm laughing.
He's in the room next to me on
I've already had
painkillers.
my painkiller.
You guys are weird.
Stop crying, sissy!
Oh yeah, you pooped your pants.
Oh, he didn't know that at the time.
I would
Maybe that's what the
we
smell
could go
was.
back and forth. So,
All right.
hold on, Travis. Have you practiced the 4 backflips yet? When's that happening?
It's not
negative,
possible.
man. It's possible. It's just time, speed, and I have 2 kids now. I'm gonna use those as an excuse.
Yeah, dude. Be a good dad.
Is there anything? Okay, just give us a blueprint on something that you're working on. I mean, I seen you do the big wheel jumps and all the other. Is there anything that is like in the works?
There's a
that's
lot in the
being
works, and actually
practiced
the next thing you're going to see is a bicycle trick. It's going to be really awesome. But for Nitro Circus, my goal as the ringleader now is to provide bigger and better jumps so these guys can keep going higher and further and to do it without killing themselves, honestly, and to make the landing
to
safe.
interpret that to everybody else out there, his job is to instigate all of us doing stupid things and getting hurt.
But how many young guys are on the tour that look up that maybe were raised watching your videos? Guys will do anything you ask.
That's right. And we find replacements all the time when our friends get broken.
Can you imagine Travis Pastrana? Here it is. Your thing is the BMX. You're on the motorcycle, whatever. Travis asks you to do something, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
Do it.
Okay, Nitro Circus. When's it going down? May 24th.
May 24th. Yeah, we're going right there at
University of Houston.
U of H Stadium.
Yep.
Just call it that.
Yeah, that thing. So all the letters that lead up to the stadium that's there will be over there.
The show, you put this thing together. Obviously, it's got to be a lot of time putting the show together to be just right. Choreographed, music, explosions,
but
backflips, everything.
It's really the best in the world of action sports. Motorcycles, BMX, skateboarding, scooter riders, but it's more than that because it's all of X Games plus some, because we can change the ramps. We can make them steeper. We can make them bigger. You'll see stuff that you don't see at X Games. It all happens over a 2-hour period. And we've got a lot of guys. I mean, there's guys that go down the 65-foot tall ramp on couches. We put one guy in a wheelbarrow. I mean, you'll see a lot of carnage. And this is the last show of the U.S. tour. So if anyone was thinking about trying something, but they didn't want to get hurt before the end.
Oh, come on, that's
This
perfect.
is the show.
That's perfect.
If anybody in this room has something that they think wheels would fit on and wants to roll down that ramp and jump 50 feet, just bring it over.
Okay.
We'll help you out with that.
We should get one of those old school desks. Did you guys have the same school desk?
Yeah, where the chair was like attached.
It was attached,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you lifted it up, and you kept your books underneath there, and it was like the simulated grain wood. You would pick it up, a school desk.
All right, well, I don't know. Could we fit? We
Hang
got
on,
some
hang
short
on.
people.
This is what we're talking about. That was your idea.
Oh no!
Therefore, you will be doing this.
We're going down. Woo!
Dinah, wheelbarrow.
Yeah, I'm in. And hey, next time you guys are in town, if it's sunny,
She
do you
just
want to
said
go?
she was in.
Do you want to go skydiving? I've never been.
You've never been?
No. And
Yeah, you probably don't want to go with me, but yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's do it.
All right.
Okay, it's nitrocircus.com. You can get your tickets. We have a link up under links and guests
I'm
today.
gonna wear a parachute, by the way. I just want to make sure.
Oh, no, I catch you on the way down. You're fine.
Chad, Travis, guys, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for your time. Awesome
Thanks for
racing
having
last night.
And let me tell you, these guys, they signed every single thing that was put in front of them. There were multiple lines. People kept getting back into line. There was supposed to be maybe an hour signing. They signed every single piece of merchandise that was put in front of them. They stayed at least an extra 2 hours. So
awesome,
these are
guys.
really, really good guys. Really great guys, and they didn't let one fan down. So I noticed that, and that was really cool. I love hanging out with people like that.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Appreciate you
Thank you
having us
guys.
on the show.
Hit us up on Links and Guests. We've got all of this stuff and all of the, Travis's greatest hits, literally, under today's Links and Guests.